Here we are.
For everyone wondering what Cazwell's doing, he's trying to watch himself while he podcasts.
Shut up. I'm just trying to make sure I can see all your comments. Let's see, I'm putting now literally, I'm just like
checking yourself out. Look at it's like the Mariah cam. You just want to make sure that how you look from each angle before you get settled into your
Not quite, bitch. Hold up. I'm putting that right there so I'm not looking down. Do you know what I mean? I'm giving you angles, but not too many.
Yeah, jawline.
So when did see? I did not find out about this until you texted me.
Whoa, slow your roll. We have a process here on this show.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So you do.
Shall we kick off?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I kicked my shoes off a long time ago.
Oh yeah. We don't need to see feet. It's not that kind of podcast.
Can you give it to me? Baby, step to the beat. I'm down on my knees. Madonna is unstoppable.
Here we go.
You're listening to MLVC, the Madonna podcast, your place for all things Madonna Louise, Veronica Ciccone. Hello, everybody. I'm Stefan, and we brought him back by popular demand. The amount of harassing I got, actually, I think it was just by Cazwell himself. I don't think anybody actually messaged me. Cazwell would message me over and over and over again saying, you have to bring me back. You have to bring me back. It was the best experience I've ever had. So, ta-da! Cazwell's back, ladies and gentlemen, they, thems. And it's for an auspicious occasion. We're not going to even dive in to see what Cazwell's been doing in L.A. since the wildfires. No, we don't care. Because he looks fine. He looks unsinged. He's got a roof. He's apparently he's in some sort of, I don't know, some sort of apartment.
Something with four walls.
Yes, with lots of with a zoo motif. There's lots. I think I saw tigers on the lamp, and there's a leopard print curtain. Yeah. Are you ready to roar?
I've been ready. I've been ready.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, they, them, we're going to say it was the confirmation heard round the world. So although Lady Madonna posed us a question back in December of Confessions on a Dance Floor 2, ? She asked on X, formerly Twitter, with a picture of her and Stuart Price. So, of course, that got us rumbling. What's she doing? Is it going to be music like that? What's happening? Today, she posted a reel on Instagram, seemingly confirming that she's putting together a sequel to her Confessions on a Dance Floor album. Cazwell, what are your thoughts about this?
Well, first of all, if you do remember, since I was last on the show, you remember anything, I always come prepared with notes. Oh. So I do have my notes for today.
Handwritten. It's handwritten too. Oh, and look, there's a zebra on. You've got there's a whole like zoo motif going on there.
It's a wallpaper. If you know it, you know it. But the first thing if there's anything that I know for sure is that if Madonna is in the recording studio wearing a sweatsuit, that is because she plans to work your pussy out. And I think that's what's happening right now. So she's ready to sweat and to make all you motherfuckers sweat. So I'm very excited. This is my favorite. This between this and the Ray and Light goes back and forth, but this is probably my favorite and like happiest and good mood Madonna album, and my favorite, like the way it's like constructed and set up like a DJ playlist and everything like that. So I'm excited.
You're a fan of the original Confessions.
Yes, if she says this is going to be an American Life too, I probably wouldn't be as excited about it. That is the truth.
So let's theorize for a little bit. So when she says Confessions 2, what do you think that means? Because when I hear that, I think of, so like Kylie recently released Tension 2. So she had released her Tension album, and then she released Tension 2, which was sort of like some extraneous singles and then music that was like in the same vein or seemed like throw-offs from that. And I'm obviously Confessions on a Dance Floor. I mean, that album was 20 years ago this November. And for her to revisit it, there's expectations, I think, that come along with that.
Well, I wouldn't compare it to Tension 2 because it was one right after the other. You know what I mean? Almost like an extended or the ones that they didn't put on it or whatever that is.
Deluxe.
This is the 20-year anniversary because it came out 2005, which, by the way, I have to understand. I looked it up. She sold over 10 million copies of the album. However, it's still not certified as diamond. So I'm confused. And they wouldn't give me an excuse. I searched all over. I'm like, well, why isn't it diamond then? Like that. But whoever certifies it as being diamond did not certify it. But it did sell over 10 million copies. I say give her the diamond. Mm-hmm. I think that what makes this a part two is obviously she's working with Stuart Price.
Yes.
And if she is, which of course she is, because she always has, and paying attention to the climate and the temperature of music right now, what people are going up to, as a DJ myself, ever since Charlie XCX dropped Brat, dance and electronic music has become more integrated on the dance floor compared to a little bit before that, where it was more pop and like, you know, you might throw in like an Ariana Grande remix, something like that. But if she's paying attention to the climate of what's happening, then that she wants to be involved with dance music. Now, the only thing that might be different about this one is, you tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like at that time she was spending more time in the club. Like maybe she was like, you know, so I don't really like see her on the actual dance floor that much anymore. Well, I just saw that thing where she was in the club with Rocco and stuff like that. So I definitely could be wrong, but she's working with Stuart Price. She's obviously has like a connection with club life. I don't think that's going to come out of her, even if she hasn't, you know, didn't go on to a club last Saturday night in West Hollywood or whatever.
Right.
But I that's why I'm expecting that. And funny you mentioned, I don't want to jump too much. You can just tell me to stop. But because you just mentioned Kylie, so as far as like a prediction that I have is this could be the song she does with Kylie. And also Kylie Minogue has worked. She's worked with Stuart Price already on All the Lovers and Get Out of My Way. Mm-hmm. So, and everyone was like, oh, they got to do a song together. They got to do a song together. Of course, Kylie was gagging and she was like, oh, I would love to do a song with Madonna. So at least they already have that rapport and that trust and friendship to share a stage with each other, whether it was only for 7 minutes. But so she has that. Also, and this would get me excited, Stuart's also worked with Missy Elliott. Mm-hmm. And so bring her on. But I just want to say one more thing. And give you also, Stuart co-produced Hallucinate, Levitate, and Love Again. Yes, from Dua Lipa, and I would love to see them like on a track. I know that she was on a remix with Levitate before, because the Levitate that I play is like 103 BPMs. But when it first came out, unless I'm wrong, like it was more of a dance song at first. But the version that became a hit was the one that was like a little bit slowed down. Am I right?
Well, the remix was a little slower, I think, than...
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Maybe I can remember that wrong. Okay. But anyway, yeah, so Dua Lipa would be amazing, and Kylie amazing, and Missy amazing.
So, okay, take a breath for a second. Let's consider the fact that Confessions on a Dance Floor, that album, was a guest star free. That was like solely Madonna. There were no collabs. So I'm wondering, like, if she, let's just say, oh no, of course, Madonna has never done a sequel album before. If, you know, like she's worked with similar producers and she's, you know, maybe covered similar type of the sound, maybe a little bit like with Mirwais from Music to American Life. It's sort of sonically sort of sounds similar, but she's never done what she's deemed like a part two of an album. So I'm wondering what rules would apply to her with that. Like, does she mean part two in terms of it will cover the same idea and theme of Confessions on a Dance Floor, but will have nothing to do with like similar themes of what she wrote about or similar sounds. Because I can't imagine that she would do something identical to Confessions on a Dance Floor. It's not like we're going to get a song that sounds like Hung Up, but just different, or a song that sounds like Jump. Like I'm hoping that it's just in the vein of these will be more confessional songs, but upbeat and dancey. That's sort of where I'm at with it.
Well, thanks for bringing that up, because the last time that we talked, I said that I predicted that she would take her near-death experience and apply that and any spirituality that she's gained since that moment and apply it to music. And I think that in that sense, it could be slightly political, in the sense that using dance music of a certain frequency, raise some motherfucking vibrations, and head us into the fifth dimension. I'll follow you, Madonna. Like, that's where I'm coming from with this, because I believe that dance music is spiritual. And I don't want a Mer Girl. I don't want a Shanti. Like, I'm just saying, I don't want that. Yeah, I want to be like elevated through. I know this different album too. Don't try.
Correct. Yeah, I was going to say, like, just be careful. They'll come for you. They'll come for you.
No, I'm ready. So, but I'm trying to say that but there is dance music that Madonna has done and other artists have done that really kind of give like a spiritual experience, not in like a cornball way, but almost like Ray of Light is a perfect example of that. Hung Up for me is because, listen, like, if there's anything like I've learned from DJing, particularly in West Hollywood, is like something about the frequency of ABBA, everyone goes crazy. So I'm not saying that she has to revisit that. However, I will just say that there are some songs from the past that make like comebacks for Gaze of Time. And like right now, and probably the past like month and a half, anytime I play Dancing Queen, people go off to it now like they didn't before. So if Madonna's listening and she was not that she's wants to write another letter to ABBA,
right? Exactly,
with a check in it. but that's what. So I'm actually thinking that she's always searching for the newness, and I think that. Because, when I saw her, I know that we talked about this last time we did this, but I felt like she wanted to talk more about that near-death experience, but, she can only chit-chat for so long. So I hope that she kind of that she applies that to the music and just what I love about Stuart Price and Madonna working together is I know that she's not thinking, what will be a hit this year? What will be? She's aiming for greatness. I really feel that. Yeah. So that's what gets me excited about working with him.
And if you think about what they did on Confessions on a Dance Floor, they sort of took that album and revisited every popular dance trope that had existed. So yes, we heard some ABBA, but there was Giorgio Moroder. There was, obviously Donna Summer in the Tour. There was a little bit of a bit of Daft Punk. There was a little there was disco. There was
little electro.
Yeah. There was all different types that she was paying homage to in a very smart way. But, and I'm wondering if maybe she'll come at it from another angle in that way as well, where whatever motifs or genre of dance that maybe they didn't cover in Confessions Part 1, that maybe this Part 2 will be revisiting. I mean, obviously, when she did that 40 questions or whatever it was on the Hamptons, people were like, what kind of music would you like to do, or an album would you like to do next? And she said house. So I'm fully expecting that there's going to be little flickers of house music.
Oh, yeah.
There has to be. And
I'm expecting this entire album to be somewhere around 128 beats per minute.
Right. But she's been using that inner city good life song in that one reel, and I feel like she's used it more than once. And I was like, I'm curious to hear what it's going to sound like. And, because obviously she's not going to have another ABBA sample. It's not like the lead single is going to be oh, and Madonna sampled Dancing Queen this time. Like it's just not going to happen. But I wonder if, like, what would she sample over the last 20 years? Because that's a lot of time that's transgressed since the last time she did a sort of a proper review of dance music. And I'll be curious to see what they look at this time.
Well, I think if there's any time that anyone wants to feel some 90s energy, it's right motherfucking now.
Yep.
I'll also say that I started to pick up on this and just like psychically think this right around the time. I don't know how much you're on TikTok. I took it off my phone, but but when the dun 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 the pump it up, the instrumental from Truth or Dare that people were to. So I was like, ooh, and so at that time I started DJing that song, and people were really feeling that joint. So I think that Madonna really connects to the era of when dance club music is pop music and can be hits, and yet still keep the integrity of good house. So like the other song that's is like Money Talks, like all these remixes coming out right now too.
I love that Stevie V song. I mean, that was high school.
Yep. So, but I want to say I was a little concerned because I went onto Reddit, and of course there's all these people talking. So I wanted to tell you some of the opinions that maybe you bumped into or not. But people are saying, okay, so
are you preface this? Are these negative comments?
They are not. No, I wouldn't say that they are negative. Don't worry, everyone, put your seatbelt on. Like, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to say that, first of all, I seem like, well, let's hope she pulls a Gaga and not a Katy Perry.
Okay.
All right. Well, Madonna's not dumb. She's not ever going to work with Dr. Puke, and she's with Stuart fucking Price.
I was going to say she's with Stuart Price. That gives me confidence right there, because as we all know, after the Celebration tour, Stuart Price released that mix of Madonna songs, and it was just like a mixtape of all these different mixes of Madonna songs with other things, and it was heaven. And I looked back, I had posted a story about it, and I was like, this has me salivating for a new collaboration between them. Sometimes you just have to wait. Look, ask and you shall receive. But yeah, I'm hopeful.
Well, you'd be a fool to doubt her. You'd be a fool to doubt her. So I do think I hope that it is like structured like a DJ set. That's really exciting to me. And
exactly. So will it be another nonstop hour-long release like Confessions? Like maybe that's also what she means in terms of like Confessions 2, where it will just be a seamless mixed version. I mean, I have both. When Confessions came out, I did get the seamless unseparated version of it, the DJ version, but I also got the singles version of it as well, because I wanted to hear each track individually.
Yes, and I remember. Yeah, so I've listened to it both ways as well, and
do you prefer one over the other?
If I'm cleaning the house or just like taking a shower or about something like that, I like it when it goes like one into the other, just like a DJ set. But
how long of a shower are you taking? That's like an hour long. That's like an hour-long album. Your water bill must be through the roof.
No, that transfers into like drying off, moisturizing, getting ready, putting my clothes on. Like it's from beginning to end. You know what I mean? Or if I'm just looking for one particular song, like I've been listening to Jump a lot lately.
If we're ever gonna meet up for dinner in the future, remind me to leave you enough time to moisturize your puss, so that way you can meet up on time. Because
was I not on time today?
You were. Did you shower today though?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And moisturized.
I'm just curious, I mean.
And put on fresh clothes. I'm looking at the comments.
Daddy department.
daddydepartment.com. Looking at these comments, is Cazwell high? No, I don't do drugs. I prefer
Not yet.
Kate. Okay. No, someone's trying to be a dick. We'll block you. Don't worry.
Is somebody calling us out in the comments? I can mute people.
Oh no, it's Madonna. They were doing it too. But listen, on most of it, it was like really positive. It was like, this is a pop emergency. I was like, yes,
It really is.
911.
It really is. That's okay. So, I mean, when she saw that, I mean, God bless Madonna. Like, I love that she does this the day after we go live. Like, not the day after, 2 days later. She always seems to do that. We do an episode and catch everybody up to speed, and then she drops a new piece. So we're testing the theory. There's no way she's gonna
She says this is a present, and it's not, because it's kind of stressing me the fuck out. Because now I'm like, especially when I'm having a conversation with you about it. Yeah, it's like when I also want to know, where is she recording right now, and where was she when she recorded Confessions?
Well, she had done that in Stewart's. She's been back and forth to London to record with Stewart. But I'm curious if the new video that she posted today didn't seem to look like Stewart's regular place. So maybe they were doing some in New York. I don't know. I can't quite track her movements, but yeah, I'm curious. That was my biggest question. So when I saw the video, a lot of people were like, "Oh, she's giving us a gift on Valentine's Day." No. The way I interpreted the caption was that her gift to us is the knowledge that she's doing a Confessions too. That's the gift. The gift is not, don't wait up till midnight tonight expecting Madonna to drop an album. Although, that being said, I'm still waiting up until midnight tonight just in case she's fucking with us and she happens to drop an album. But I don't think it's going to happen. I can't see her doing that. I think she's still a couple months out from giving us something, which brings me to another theory that I have. So, as we all remember, and I know everyone remembers this, Madonna's team released a press release saying that they were going to start doing album re-releases from all of her old albums. And years later, we still have yet to see any of those re-releases. Now, while I believe the reason why the re-releases have been pushed back was because she was meant to be working on the biopic, and they were going to do the re-releases while she was out of commission doing the biopic. Because the biopic didn't happen, they decided to push the re-releases back so that way she could go on tour, maybe do new music, blah, blah, blah. I'm wondering, because this November is the 20th anniversary of the release of Confessions on a Dance Floor, if Confessions would be one of the first re-releases, and to be smart, they'll package it up as like a double album with this new Confessions on a Dance Floor 2. So like, maybe that's something that they're planning. I don't know. It's just a theory.
I don't like most of your theories. I do not want a double album. Really, I just want like if she's gonna. And I really wish you didn't say that, because now you're stressing me the fuck out. Because no, I got it together.
Get it together.
If this ends up being, if she's just in the studio doing like 3 extra songs to go on a
okay, so now look,
I don't want to look at what you did.
That's the other thing. She has not yet said it's an album. She just keeps referring to it as music, new music. And she has burned me too many times. I don't believe it until I see it or hear it.
Yeah, love her or hate her. She's not to be trusted.
I want it to be an album desperately. But the fact that she's denying us the word album in any of those posts makes me really concerned that it's only going to be like a couple extra tracks. Now, she has said Confessions on a Dance Floor too. Obviously, Confessions on a Dance Floor was an album. So in my euphoria, I would like to believe and fantasize that it's a full album. But again, I just get really worried that it's going to be like, yep, here's a re-release of Confessions on a Dance Floor and 3 new tracks. And that's all it's going to be, you know? So I guess I'm trying to manage my expectations so that way she doesn't like, I mean, I'll be ecstatic if we got 3 new songs, regardless.
Well, honey, if she queefed on a record, you'd be ecstatic.
But you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to manage my expectations so that way, you know, come a couple of months down the road, we aren't like, what's this? It's only 3 songs? You know, like, I don't want to be disappointed.
Remember that time, and was it for this album, when she performed in Paris, and it was like a mini concert, and they thought they were getting a real thing? I don't know why they thought that. And then there was a friggin' riot.
The MDNA, yeah, where they thought they were going to get the whole show, and then she only did like the last half hour or so of it.
Right. So, listen, we can't count on her to give us what we want, or else I would have heard "Rescue Me" on the last tour. And so she's gonna do what she thinks is best. And but if she's talking about Confessions on the Dance Floor too, she is very well aware of what she is implying. And so I think that it would not be in her best interest to just drop any type of weird EP. I want at least 8 songs, like 8 songs.
Oh, I mean, come on. It has like, I want, if she's releasing music, like, give me 10 tracks. Just, you know, like, just give me 10. You know, she's easily able to do 10 songs with Stewart. And yes, that's the other thing. How soon do we think we're going to get this music? Because she says coming soon. And if we all remember, when she's worked on music in the past, sometimes her coming soon means a year later. Like when she started working on her I think Rebel Heart and MDNA, like when she was teasing we didn't get those albums for quite some time afterwards. And so I just like, again, I'm trying to manage my expectations. Now, if it was me, I would love a Madonna song in the summer. Give me something to dance my cares away through Pride when we need it. You know what I mean? Like we need it. And it would be great. But real quick, I did want to say one thing I'm extremely happy about is, so I work in PR and marketing. That's how I support myself, until Madonna hires me. But I know how PR works, and Madonna released that reel, and if you noticed, within mere hours, there was a plethora of media stories on legit publications, New York Magazine, Entertainment Weekly, Billboard, as something that, and this is something that sort of like gave me confidence and reassured me a little bit. In order to get in those publications, her team has to pitch that story. That's not something that they're like, oh, Madonna posted on her Instagram. Let's write a story about this. No. That's not how that works. PR is all about her PR people pitching that story and those publications deciding to pick it up. And usually there's like a press release or some sort of like language that the PR team gives them.
Creating a buzz before it actually happens.
Exactly. But where I'm going with this is the fact that there was publicity after that reel was posted made me feel reassured and confident that her team is involved, that there is a plan, and that things are progressing and working towards something. So
her plan is to give you an Elsa for sure. And secondly, I want to say, because when I went on to take notes about like Confessions, I typed in Google, and as soon as I type in CONFES, Confessions Part 2, Madonna announces on Instagram, like right away.
It's everywhere. And I think that's the point is, like her team. And look, even if it's not and we know it's not, or I'd be surprised if it was, it's not going to be an exact replica of Confessions on a Dance Floor Part 1.
Well, what would that even mean? Like, she's not going to do a complete replica, but I'm sure that I just want to, before, like, she is she's obviously going to pull inspiration from similar places, recreating some of the magic that she had with Stewart. And that's why I asked you where she recorded the first Confessions and where she is now, because I think that might be
Same spots. It's been same spots. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a good sign.
Oh, totally. Yeah. But I do think it will be different and evolved and fresh and forward thinking in a way that hopefully none of us could expect. Like I fully believe they would push themselves to do something that sounds sonically different in a good way, but yet keeping along the same idea of the tone and the idea behind Confessions.
Well, I will say that I still think 20 years later, Confessions still holds up.
Oh, for sure.
And it also kind of like mixes with a little bit more of, I don't want to say like mature house, but like Polo and Pan. I don't know if I'm probably saying it wrong. Like they have a song called Dorothy. So if you go look it up, I always mix like the bass line of Jump into that. And that song, it gets a lot of like really good credibility from music lovers. So I just feel like when she's with Stewart, I think that she could go past the traditional structure of what a dance song is supposed to be, and that's what I'm hoping for. So that's like I'm hoping that she just like her creative mind expands this like never-ending universe and just like really creates like a really like sonically like spacey but bass driven real. I want to like dance. I'm in a good mood. Like I don't know. Yeah. I don't know anything about politics. Who's the president right now? I'm
exactly. Take me to the dance floor. Make me forget my cares, and give me something like I always say this. I just want euphoric, anthemic dance. Give me something that. I mean, I would love to see like a 10-minute dance song from her, like something. I mean, we've gotten that in like a remix form, but like give me an album version of like a 10-minute track where it just like ebbs and flows and weaves and becomes something different from where it starts. Like I believe that she could do something crazy like that, and it would be amazing. And I mean, again, I was just saying this the other day. I loved the first time I ever heard Get Together. It was otherworldly for me, and that's sort of like when she says Confessions on a Dance Floor too. That's where I go. Like my mind goes to, okay, that is a hefty statement to make, Madonna. And if you were going to be don't just toss that term around. Confessions too. Like her and Stewart, they best be bringing their A game for this, because you do not throw Confessions 2 around. Don't toy with me like that, Madonna.
Here's the thing. Madonna knows that love is the answer, and she's going to tell you about love. And I know you want to try. And the other thing too is that I'm going to break it down for you, like put it in a different type of language about why I love them working together as an artist myself. I know that nothing can be a success unless you enjoy the process. And if you don't enjoy the process, it is never a success. And the energy that they have working together, and also like the new camaraderie, like he was with her on tour a lot. Like I saw he was open up for her. So it's not going to be like there's nothing worse than being with an engineer or a producer that you can't relate to, but they have a foundation, they have a solid friendship, they've had ups and downs and back up again. What if they might even fuck for all we know? I've heard, but anyway. So I don't know.
That's a different show. That's a different show. Cazwell, come on. We are not a Bravo show.
Oh yeah. But what I'm trying to say is like, either way, everything that they've been through together, they have a solid foundation. And making art with someone that you know really well and being in a space that you're comfortable being vulnerable, you're able to make better art, as opposed to, is that the hottest producer? Or get Dr. Puke.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, so it's
and I think exactly, and that's a great point, because I think that they have a history. They have a history of creating successful art. I think that the tour helped reignite that passion for art. And I think that now where she's at, is it seems to be in sort of a celebratory mood, and I hope that does come through in the music, and that they. Oh, I mean, I would assume they're like, I obviously we all know Madonna enjoys working with just one producer. She's had really great success in doing that, and with Stewart, I mean, obviously, maybe we'll get some of the other producer tracks, like some of the other tracks that no, like the Max Martin track, maybe the Sickick track, like all of those tracks that she sort of like was rumored that she was working with. Maybe Stewart is taking them and reproducing them, and we'll get a little bit of finally those songs will see the light of day. But maybe she didn't want to finish the project with those producers, and we'll see those songs reproduced in some way. But yeah,
hold on, Alex, I'm about to block your motherfucking ass. So you better keep it real fucking cute, because I'm gonna have her and then you 86th for life. Okay, I don't know what the fuck you mean by that, bitch.
Okay,
but I'm coming for you. I'm gonna get your IP address.
See, this is why we don't. This is why we don't watch the comments, because It's okay.
I have forgiveness in my heart. I'll let him decide.
It's okay. We got it. We got it. Don't just everyone take a.
Because no, I'm not high. I'm passionate right now about this album.
This is why we don't pay attention to the comments, because you should know that. You're in social media. You're in entertainment. You know how it goes. Just forget about those.
Didn't we just say that I was going to pay attention to the comments, just breeze over and look to make sure that we were hitting all the questions people were asking? Okay, fine. Maybe we can do it. That's fine. I can get rid of it.
Yeah, and look at you dropping F-bombs. We're going to get blocked on YouTube because all the curse words.
Oh yeah, we're really worried.
I don't want to get. Pay attention to the comments.
We're not monetizing. You're not monetizing
Jason.
on this.
Yes, Jason. We are. Okay. All right. Fine. Let's go to the comments so we can take some questions. Pop them in now and get what do you think? Let's see. She's going to help us forget the current U.S. administration and our bills and loans. Yes. Yes. Here's hoping. I do. Yes, I can't remember Madonna ever releasing the same album or sound twice. I think she's basically saying she's releasing a dance album. Agreed, but I do think it's smart of her to latch on to the Confessions era, because people like familiarity. They like an established brand. God knows America loves a franchise, and even if it has nothing to do with the original album in any way, shape, or form, just dropping Confessions 2. Look, I mean, we're all in a frenzy, so why not? She's gotten some press out of it. I think it'll be an April release, like American Life and Hard Candy, from your mouth to God's ears, because that would be sooner rather than later. I keep thinking it's going to be, see somebody saying summer or autumn. Again, feel free to give me a summer birthday present, Madonna. It's a banner birthday for me this year, so if you want to drop something around my birthday, more than happy. Let's see. What else? Nobody's addressing that she's 66 years old, and I want her to do something groundbreaking and also make sense from her current point of view and not try to sound young. Well, I believe that Madonna is cognizant of the fact that she's not going to try to do something that doesn't sound authentic to her. And
she's not going to I also don't think she's going to be in a purple leotard again either. I think that her and Stewart have obviously excelled more continuously since the last time they worked together, and have new perspectives on things that work right now in dance music. And I'm sure that will be applied, but I'm sure that as far as the essence and the vibe that happens when two people work together. And I also just want to say, I love it when an artist just gets in the studio with just one producer and just organically make it, because when you're in the same room as the producer or the engineer, then it creates a different type of magic, as opposed to I think that when she did that album with the bitch on Madonna, she was working with all these different producers, and
it was too much.
She was talking about the stems and this and that. I like this work to have an album that is just the same theme
Yeah.
and like the whole
Cohesion.
vibe.
You just want cohesion, basically.
Yeah, you don't want something schizophrenic.
Right,
And I think she understands that importance, and she does what she can to avoid that. But I just want to say, like, that's what happens when you work with a producer who is also a famous DJ, is because you can't get them in the same room, or you're working with like, oh, if you do an hour and a half on Tuesday.
It's emailing back and forth and potentials for leaks and this and that. Somebody's saying Cazwell just pulled a Lisa Rinna. I guess that was you when you were trash talking the I guess it's a Housewives reference. Maybe you because you were yelling at the person who was calling you out.
I was just being dramatic.
I know, that's fine. That's fine. We love a little drama. What collabs are you hoping to possibly see on the album with Madonna?
She got here late.
Maybe some Cazwell, maybe some Peaches. What?
Ooh.
I'm hoping. What would a Cazwell and Madonna collab sound like? What would you do with her?
Listen, I would get on my knees and do whatever the fuck she said. It was exactly what it would sound like, and I would kiss her feet and be like, "Whatever you want, Madonna." I had a picture of her on my vision board, but I made sure the picture was her meanest face ever, so I knew I could take it. Like I knew that I would have run.
You trained.
I trained my brain to take it. I want to. You know what I want to say? I'm going to say something. This is very Gen X, and I was just talking to my roommate about this yesterday. Yes, I want to see. Yes, I want to see a Kylie collab. And but listen, I know Madonna isn't like the biggest on collabs and guest features, all the time. She has her, sometimes. My like what I would be the most curious about, and this is like if she did something with Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, well, I mean, hey, they both come from that era, they were both, look, so yes, that was the question.
They both talked in admiration about each other. So you asked the question.
What collabs, right? What collabs? And I mean, I think if she's going to do a collab on this album, there has to be a Kylie. There has to be.
Yeah.
It would just make sense. Like to me, it just that, it would fit in that world. Kylie belongs in a Confessions world. Like it just, that would make sense. So, let's see. Jason is saying that disco brought people of all backgrounds together. So, and disco was a revolution. So, yeah, I mean, I think that would be apropos for where we are right now as a country and a world. And it would be nice to sort of see her, get to a message, but in a way that Madonna can sing a message. We're being screamed at in the comments. No collabs. Well, not up to us.
I felt that. Ooh, I felt that.
If there's going to be any collabs, just one collab with Kylie. That's all. Then the rest can just be Madonna.
Whoever's screaming that, just admit, if she did a collab with Kylie, you give it a few streams.
It would be, and honestly, that would be, people release that in time for Pride, you'd hear it everywhere.
Well,
everywhere.
In theory, it does have to be good.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I mean, if
there's a collab she did, and in theory it would have been great, but like it was all right, don't give me that look like I need a bulletproof vest right now. Forget it.
Say, where are you going with that?
Brittany.
Don't tell me. Janet and Madonna, I don't think we'll ever see that happen. I just don't think that we will ever see a world exist where Janet and Madonna do a collab. I can't.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to know. What about a song with Lola? This is true now. We have seen her kids in the studio with her. So,
oh my God, I love that person said that, because okay, I don't know. I might have taken it off, but on my YouTube channel where I've it's not where my music videos are, but just like I get up and talk. I reviewed when she dropped when Lola dropped the song with the heart chain. What is the name of it? What do you know what I'm talking about?
I know her songs. I don't remember the name of them.
All right, hold on one second. So Lola had dropped a song, and someone's going to put it in the comments. I know y'all know it. Hold on.
While you're looking that up, someone else also said Sabrina Carpenter. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to
Come
see
on
them
now.
together. I don't know
Come
if I'd
on
want to see them
now.
together. There's some people that like Lock and Key. Lock and Key, is that the
Lock and
the-
Key, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So when
Thank you,
she
thank you,
so
chat.
when she did that song Lock and Key, I had mentioned that I don't know if you remember it enough, but it sounds there's part of that song that sounded like it came from like a William Orbit drum kit. Like there was it was very like Ray of Light in a lot of spots. So
like Lola was going into the old like external hard drives that Madonna had cast off from the Ray of Light, and she's like, "Ooh, let's use this."
So it would kind of make sense, and I actually thought that Lola's
That would be
voice
fun.
was pretty
Hey,
hypnotizing.
That would be fun to hear the two of them. I'd love that. That would be it. What a gift that would be to have the two of them on a song together.
I just don't want her to make her decision based on who's hot right now, and then like regret it later, like having LMAFO on stage or something like that.
Wow.
What? So I just hope it's someone that is comes close to her credibility in music, like a Kylie or Lola. I would even take because
I would totally take Lola,
I really
yeah.
like her. Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me now.
There's
that
a question
that.
in the chat. Do you think she will do another big sit-down interview ahead of the release, like 2020 Cynthia McFadden style? Look it up. Or because the last one was 2012 to discuss or to discuss the Celebration Tour Hellscare new music. So I would love a proper sit-down interview like her and Oprah or Cynthia McFadden. Sure, I'll take it. But I do think it's been a minute since we've gotten something like that. If she's going to discuss the health scare, I seriously think she still needs to release a documentary with the tour film, and where we cover that death scare, and that's when she can do a whole lot of press. I feel like
I don't want to see her do an interview with anybody unless it's you, of course, or she's on the Berry Delta podcast.
Yeah, can she please come on this show? That would be amazing. Someone also chimed in, Charlie XCX. I would actually enjoy that as a collab.
That would be very smart of her. First of all, Charlie XCX has a lot under her belt. She has been doing this
for a long time.
At least 15 years. At least 15 years, right? Yeah. So that would make a lot of sense.
I feel like they're kindred spirits, the two of them. Someone else said Chapel Roan. As much as I feel like that in theory that sounds like a good idea, I don't know if their styles mesh. I don't know if I could see them in the same world. I don't know. I don't know.
So I want to say this. One question that something I want to talk to you about last time that we talked and we didn't bring it up was that we were talking about like unreleased tracks. And my favorite unreleased track, which is going to get into Chapel Run in a second, that I love from Madonna is the demo version of Beautiful Scars. Is it
Scars?
Is it just Scars?
No, Beautiful Scars.
Beautiful Scars, yeah. It's the demo version of that. And that rawness kind of reminds me of what Chapel Roan drops a lot. So I think that like maybe not for even though there's some really good house remixes of the Chapel Roan songs, but if she was going to go in that type of unplugged direction, then I think that her and Chapel Roan can make something really pretty together. And when I think that, I think specifically of that demo version of that song.
Another big question, not from the chat, from me. Do we think, and this is a big if, do we think if Madonna releases an album, will she go on tour? I'm just putting it out there. Now, we all know that she wants to work on that biopic, but I also do believe that she has a little bit of a money problem, and maybe the studios won't fund her. The studios won't fund her. She's asking for too much money, and I'm wondering.
For that movie, okay.
Yeah, for the biopic, and I'm wondering if maybe she'll go on tour to raise some funds, and would we all like that? I mean, Beyonce's going on tour like every other year, so yes. Madonna was just on tour last year, but if Madonna comes out with an album later this year, I would fully support her going on tour in 2026. My bank account would not, but my mortgage would not appreciate that. But I would love that. I would love a Confessions 2 tour, right? Chat. What do we think? Do we want a tour in 2026? Let me know. Somebody else is saying they want Little Star 2.0. Madonna and FKA Twigs.
Ooh, that would be smart.
That would be, yeah.
That would be smart.
Let's see.
I love her new album.
We want Madonna on radio interviews. She's more chill, like Howard Stern. I mean, again, people, we want her on this show. Like, I know we don't have the reach that Howard Stern has or the reach that Oprah has, but come on.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
Like, well, if she came on the show, we would. That'd be our most watched episode ever.
I want to see her on You and on Barry Delta.
Yeah. Well, you were just on that show, so
yeah.
You know, I mean, she's going to follow.
You two are my favorite.
Going to follow in your footsteps, you know.
Well,
and also, yes, visuals. We would. If she's going to do an album, I'm already thinking, what kind of visuals are we going to get? Like, I want some epic music videos. Like, I want really, like, amazing, iconic videos again.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like the expectations that people would have on her if she was going to go on tour pushing this album, especially with the comparisons to the first Confessions tour, like I said, you'd be a fool to doubt her.
Yes.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, it could be a Bedtime Stories style drop where she doesn't go on tour. You know, she just drops the album and a couple videos, and that's it. You know, like
I'll take the visuals. I want a visual album with the tour. I mean, she looks great right now from what I can see.
Her current facade needs to be preserved in some really kick-ass videos. Is that spearmint gum? What kind of gum is that you're chewing on? Little Wrigley's? Extra.
Pink lemonade.
Pink lemonade. Oh, all right. Well, whatever floats your boat.
Don't worry.
Okay, just a couple more things from the chat. Let's see. Yes, a tour, absolutely. Yes, we need horses, disco ball art. Well, I don't know if she's going to do horses again. You know, like I think, again, if she's doing a Confessions 2, I doubt the motifs and the artwork and everything are going to look. It's going to be what dance is or what it's going to be, not, or maybe where it's been in the last 20 years. Who knows? I don't know. I can't imagine we'd see another disco ball. Would we? I don't know. What do you think, Cazwell?
I'm thinking about, like, right now, how she would have... listen, this is what Madonna's going to do. I'll tell you right now. You ready? What's going to do? She's going to take whatever is going on in her life and what is inspiring her at the moment and apply it to her artwork, which she does, whether or not it's, like, the geisha look or the disco ball, because the time she was down with, like, you know, watching Saturday Night Fever all the time. So I don't know what's truly inspiring her right now, besides her kids, of course. Can't shut up about them.
Yeah.
Not that I wanted to. Don't. But So I think it's whatever is inspiring her at the time. She's going to take that and apply it to her. That's what, you know, artists do. So, and I'm just like thinking. I think for a minute she was into, like, let me get some rest and relaxation. I just took my ass off that tour. But I think that right now based on, like, how I see Madonna works, there's this moment after a couple months after she gets on tour that I think she's hungry for it again, and also hungry for that excitement that comes when you're able to perform. So I think that there are times that you make an album that you literally do it because you can't wait to perform it, you know? So, and a lot of, you know, I think for her that's dance music. And I think that dance music is just kind of like in her veins, even more than pop music, to be honest with you. Like, I just think that she's someone that has always come alive and feels like in the moment when she's on the dance floor, even just dancing by herself. You know what I mean? Like, dancing has always been her thing. And so I think that she's happiest when she creates sound that inspires movement. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, and let's think about it this way. When she went out on Celebration tour, she had just recovered from a hospitalization, and So, yes, she performed and successfully endured all of those shows without canceling once she started. But I bet, one, she would welcome going back on the road, not following a hospitalization. You know, like she's probably feeling better than she ever has. She's probably feeling more ready to go back out. And then two, Celebration didn't include any new music. And if she's putting out a new album, we know Madonna loves to go out and perform new music. So I wonder if she would, even if it was just a stadium tour like Beyonce's doing for Cowboy Carter.
Or a girly show schedule.
Girly show, exactly. Like we're not saying she has to do 81 shows like Celebration. She could just do.
That how many she did?
It was about 81, 82, something like that. She could just do like 20 shows. I'd be fine if she just hauled up in Madison Square Garden for 3 weeks and just did a show there. You know, like.
Well, I'm sure you would.
You would fly over for that. Come on. You'd come east. Yeah, get rid of that gum. Throw that in the bin. Exactly. All right, hold on. All right, we're just going to take a couple more things in the chat. Icon Ron says, I bet her kids are pressuring her to go back on tour. They loved the experience. Oh, of course they did. They want that per diem. Who wouldn't?
You think she cuts them a check?
Oh, if they're on tour with her, they're getting paid. Yeah. Oh. They're getting paid a union rate, and that's all going in their bank accounts, so they have something to help support themselves after she cuts them off and she kicks them out of the house. Sorry, kids, you're out. Go. There's ramen noodles at the deli on the corner.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so
yeah.
We're putting this out there also for the. Remember, everybody, if she goes back on tour, this is the time that everyone needs to make sure that we go as the official tour correspondents. So I'm just going to put that out into the universe. Madonna, if you go back on tour in 2026, please take me along as the official tour correspondent.
Let me tell you something. Let me interrupt you really quick, because Madonna had said before, if you want something, act like you already got it.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, if you want it, you've already got it. If you want it, you better know what you want.
Yeah,
you know?
There's no time. Time is not real.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Okay, let's see. I 40 shows max, time for a residency. Yep, I agree. I think let's not complicate the matters. Let her stay in New York. She could do a couple weeks worth, knock out a bunch of shows. It would be, and I'd be fine with that. She doesn't have to tour traipse all over the world.
Here's the thing, is that when people do residencies, they want nonstop greatest hits. And she just did that. So I don't think she necessarily has to do a residency. I think that she could literally do like 12 shows or like major cities around the world, and then and have it revolve around the theme of this album with majority of the tracks on this album. But you know what? She's not going to make that decision until she knows how this album is received. I mean, by the excitement and the buzz that's being created already, I think that's a good sign.
Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate real quick. If she's going to do a Confessions 2, why not do the tour and just tour Confessions 1 and Confessions 2?
Ooh, you know what? I wouldn't mind if she just blended the two.
There we go.
You're thinking, bitch.
In honor of the 20th anniversary of the tour, just trot out the original album and the second album, and there you go. You could do like 24 songs, throw in maybe a classic here to there, like, Into the Groove or Everybody, or I'm telling you that.
A French House remix. I just want to say also, I've just been on the tip of my tongue too. In the back of my head, I thought Confessions 1 was a summer album, because I just like, it kind of like, that summer, I guess it was summer 2006 then, if that was when I was just like nonstop. But I just always pictured it as a summer album because I have so many summer memories with that album. So when you said it came out in November, I'm like, damn. So, and she show what she could do is she could drop it in the fall or November if that's what she wants, and then if that's how much time that she needs to promote it, but then also tour the following summer.
Yeah, well, like she could drop a single in like the first single in the fall, album following in November, She could prep the tour January, February, March, and then go out on the road April, May, June, July, somewhere around there. Like, I'm telling you.
Is there a celebration tour coming out, like for the DVD or something? Is that? What do you know about that? You're the one that knows everything. So just what do you know? What do you know?
We have heard nothing about the celebration tour. I would hope that it's coming out soon. I mean, that would be something
Blu-ray?
nice to tide us over until the fall when she's going to drop Confessions 2. So let's quick get that out, Madonna. Like please. Yeah, who knows? All right. Well, that's all you're getting for tonight, kids. We've talked our confession hearts out. We're not going to go to bed and well, not actually. No, we've got 2 hours now until midnight because. Look, I'm telling you, if she surprise drops an album, we'll be here for you. Don't worry. We're not gonna let you hang without it. Cazwell, thanks for stopping by. It's always a pleasure. What is your hat say? Night of the Living Daddies?
Yes, this is on the Daddy Department website. The burgundy T-shirt coming soon in the 3-pack, but the Night of the Living Daddies, we still have some chuckers left, and we have some T-shirts too. So get it while the getting's good.
Plug. Hey, you gotta hawk that merch.
Yeah,
you need to get a Daddy Department hat on Madonna. I know.
I'm gonna do some.
Are you trying to figure out how that works?
I'm gonna do some witchcraft tonight, and I'm gonna do the choreo to Die Another Day.
Cast this
while I do. Whatever the fuck that was.
It was good. It was good, try. Well, remember, everybody, you can find us on all social platforms at MLVC Podcast. If you'd like to donate to the show, we're on Venmo at MLVC Podcast. Or for our international listeners, you can tick that like button on YouTube and donate via Super Thanks. If you've not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, tick that subscribe button so you never miss a video. Like I said on our last episode, which was mere 2 days ago, we're going to have a great interview coming up next week. It's actually Confessions related. There's your teaser. That's all I'm going to say. Confessions related. So, good timing, I guess. Total coincidence that it happened, but good timing nonetheless. Go follow Cazwell. We're on. You're still on social? You're on social media, but you're not posting on social media, are you?
No, I mean I am, but I'm trying to do it from my laptop as much as I can.
You've taken it off your phone because you don't want to doom scroll anymore.
Right. I'm Cazwell Official, and I'm Cazwell TV on YouTube, and Cazwell Vivo for music videos. And
do you got anything new coming out? What's coming out?
Thanks for asking. Yeah, I have an anthology album coming out in the spring with right now 3 new singles on there, so I'll be pushing that through the summertime.
How immaculate collection of you.
Ooh. Yeah, my first one, so.
Cazwell's greatest hits. Are you going on tour?
I'm not. I don't got like a tour bus or anything like that, but I have a lot of gigs lined up.
Oh, where? Okay, well, watch this space.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. See, I'm going to be doing a lot of prides. Basically.
Nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, we look forward to seeing you out on the road then.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I'll let you know when I'm in New York.
Okay. Yes, please. Thank you. Stay where you're at. We're gonna gossip real quick after we end the live. The stuff that we can't say on the air. We don't want to get in trouble. Thanks for joining us, everyone who were lively in the chat. Sorry if we blocked you because you were being inappropriate.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Stay there, Cazwell. Stay there. Don't move. Don't move. I said, God damn it.